nutrition fundamentals. So I'm going to go over with you the very basics of nutritional science and how fat loss plans and weight loss plans, how they actually work and what we need to focus on as our very basics for nutrition. So all fat loss plans work for the same single reason: a calorie deficit. So whether it is Weight Watchers, Slimming World, keto, no matter what it is, if you are losing fat, it is because you are in a calorie deficit, i.e. you are consuming less calories than you are burning. Calories are quite simply units of energy, and calories come from your three macronutrients: carbohydrates, protein, and fat. The number of calories you burn in a day is called your TDEE. This is your total daily energy expenditure. Now, if you eat the same amount of calories as your TDEE, you will maintain your weight because you are consuming the same amount of energy that you are expending. So your TDEE is your maintenance calories, and it's the benchmark where we set any calorie targets from. So eating less than your TDEE is a calorie deficit. So you are consuming less calories than you're burning, i.e. weight loss. If you are eating more than your TDEE, you're in a calorie surplus, which means weight gain because you are consuming more calories than you're expending. And if you're eating the same as your TDEE, that's maintenance, your weight stays the same because you are consuming and expending the same amount. So calories come from three things: carbohydrates, which are 4 calories per gram, protein, which are 4 calories per gram, and fat, which is 9 calories per gram. So you can see here 2 different ways to work that out. So I've kept the protein the same at 100 grams. So if I'm eating 100 grams of protein, that is providing me with 400 calories. You can see that on the second line. But then I've changed about the carbs and the fats. So on the first one, I'm eating 200 grams of carbs and 70 of fats. So I'm getting 800 calories from carbs and 630 from fats, but it all totals 1,830 calories. But in the second example, I've ate a wee bit less carbs, but I've ate more fats, but it's still 1,830 calories, because as long as you are controlling your calories, then you are also controlling if you're controlling your calories, you're also controlling your carbs and your fats. So if you hit your protein goal and stick to your calories, your carbs and your fats are controlled by default. We don't need to add in an extra layer of things to count by splitting up, oh, this many from carbs and this many from fats. You'll see on the next few slides that they do a very similar job. They're both energy providers. So all you need to focus on is getting over your protein goal and staying under your calorie goal. And by default, your carbs and fats are controlled and you're getting enough protein. So carbohydrates power the body as a source of energy. They also support the healthy function of your brain and your nervous system and provide the body with fiber and help digestion. So the main thing to take away from this, and a lot of times in media, carbs can be very demonized and people are like, oh, I'm going to cut carbs. Take this away from it. Carbohydrates are your brain's preferred source of energy. So carbohydrates do a fabulous job. They also provide fiber, which I'll show you in a few slides why fiber is so important. But carbohydrates provide you with the source of energy your brain likes, and that's where you get fiber from. Carbohydrates are essential to a healthy, functioning, happy body. So please don't fall into the trap of thinking, oh, I should cut carbs to lose weight. If you're controlling your calories, you're in a calorie deficit, that equals fat loss. Protein does so much. It repairs and protects the body's tissues and cells. It's what powers your immune system. If you want to look toned, you need to preserve your muscle stores, which protein does. Protein and amino acids are the building blocks of your muscle. If you want to feel full, protein is the most satiating macronutrient, which means it's the one that makes you feel full. So when you've had a meal that's high in protein, that's why you finish that and you're like, oh, that was so good. Whereas if you think about if you have something just plainly carbohydrate based, for example, say like a tomato pasta, that's why after that you're like, oh, I'm still looking for something else, because you've not had fats and protein included in it. So your hunger feeling hasn't been satisfied, which protein and fat very much do. It also helps you recover quicker from workouts. Protein is literally your secret weapon when it comes to maintaining a calorie deficit. Fats are essential for the formation of our cells in our body and vital for the absorption of essential vitamins. It plays a major role in blood clotting, eyesight, bone formation, kidney function, and it is a fabulous source of energy. So again, don't pay attention to all of this marketing nonsense that try and sell you low fat, this, that, and the next thing. Fat does a fabulous job of making you happy, healthy, and energetic. And if you are controlling your calories, your fats are already controlled. So you can eat in any proportion your carbs and your fats, whatever you prefer. Some people tend to go more towards a carbohydrate-based diet, some people more towards a fat-based diet, but as long as you are hitting your protein goal and staying under your calories, your carbs and fats are controlled. Fiber, this isn't one of your macronutrients, but it's super, super important and something that we work on every week and a goal that we look at. It is found in carbohydrates. Fiber slows the digestion of food, allowing for the absorption of vitamins and minerals. It also helps you feel fuller for longer because it takes longer for the food to pass through the digestive system. It helps you avoid feeling bloated. And here's the really great thing. Studies strongly suggest that fiber provides you with a lower risk of heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and bowel cancer. 30 grams of fiber is the recommended daily amount for female adults. So focus on your protein, your fiber, and your calories. Your carbs and your fats, get a wee bit of both, but they are controlled by default. If you have got any questions on your macronutrients or your calories or fiber, post them in the comments below, and I will catch up with you on our live on Thursday.